And a rolling boil coming on there. We'll go ahead and take that off the fire. Thanks for joining me, the Happy Wanderer. And today we'll be boiling water for coffee on the Frag Core Ultimate Titanium twig stove. This stove comes in at 5.7 ounces, folded flat in its little bag. Ultralight, backpacker's delight. So what you need for these twig stoves is some fairly small pieces of wood that you're going to need to process if you've taken it out of a standing dead, or if you're in an area where you can get some dry twigs, hence the name twig stove. You really want it about this size so it will burn efficiently. Okay, I've processed my wood. I've stuffed some ponderosa pine needles in there with a few pieces of my Doug fir kindling broken up. Now you have to know your area when you're out. You have to know your tenders, but in the Pacific Northwest, especially around the Columbia Basin, these ponderosa pine needles contain a lot of turpentine and ignite very, very easily. I'll be igniting the stove today with a company called UCO, and I'm using their Sweet Fire biofuel matches, and it says on the box they burn about 7 minutes. So that's what a biofuel match looks like, and we'll just go ahead and put it right down in there. A little more fiddle factor there. Okay, after a little fiddling, we're coming to a nice simmer here. Probably not too far off from a rolling boil. Just about there, as you can see. A little more fiddle factor. Keep pushing these twigs in, or whatever type of fuel you have available. And we're nice and hot now, so we'll add my instant espresso, and I found about that much works well in this cup. Give it a nice stir. And a rolling boil coming on there. We'll go ahead and take that off the fire. See that? Let it cool for a minute before I enjoy that cup of coffee. So you can see here with a little fiddle, and I have a lot more wood should I want to put a little fry pan on there and cook whatever I'm cooking, or boil more water for my freeze-dried food. This little piece on top here is the grill plate it comes with, and I find it just makes it easy to set that cup on top. I'm going to go ahead and take care of this fire. I can say that in the instructions they really stress that you do not pour water on this stove to cool it down. Pick it up with a leather glove or a carbon felt pad like this. Get the coals out of it, It'll cool down in a few minutes and you can break it down and be on your way. The cold water issue is it'll turn it into a work of art. It'll twist it and make the stove unusable. This stove came from a company called mysurvivalpack.com. They also make larger versions that would cook for more than one or two, more of a family type cooker. They make the largest one, actually has 2 chutes, one here and one over here, so you can really put the fuel to it. I like the weight of this one. Very, very lightweight. As I mentioned, 5.7 ounces. Put away and folded flat in this nice little stuff sack they supply with the stove. They also have some premium accessories. They refer to them as performance options. What it says here, yeah, performance options. So for a little extra fee, you can get a 2-ounce fuel bottle, which for a little extra fee, you can get the little alcohol burner that fits right in the top of this stove. That alcohol burner is lined with carbon felt. You can adjust the flame by sliding the lid up and down. When you put it in this stove, you don't put it in square like this. You do it on a diagonal like so, so that the air comes up through the stove and catches in the air vents on the side of the little alcohol stove, and you get a very efficient burn. So this is a nice addition. You run into a place where maybe there aren't any twigs to burn. Maybe you're above the tree line. Maybe you want a leave no trace option. Well, this is it. Fits right in there like that. The other option for not a lot is this carbon felt pad that you saw me use. Very handy, a lot smaller than a pair of leather gloves. The other thing that I should mention here is the first time I put this together, it did have a bit of a fiddle factor, and they have a nice set of instructions that lays it out step by step on how to put your stove together and how to care for it. Thanks for joining me, the Happy Wanderer. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more of what I do, subscribe and tap the bell. Until next time, keep on bushcrafting.